morning. It is July 5th, day after the 4th. Hope you guys had a good weekend. It is a Monday here. It's 5:23 in the morning. And if you notice, it's still pretty dark. Which either means one of two things. And it's probably the first or the second. There's a lot of clouds out right now. And the days are starting to get a little shorter. Just incrementally, 1 minute a day, half a minute a day. But I think I looked it up 2 months ago, and the peak was somewhere in the middle of June. The peak length of a single day in Vietnam. Here's my mile, just went off, and feeling good today. How's your day going? Anything new? Exciting? Thank you for coming and visiting me. Getting some energy in the morning or in the evening, where it is that you're watching this. I appreciate you coming and stopping on by. R.A.D. 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 It's an acronym that stands for... Hold on, let me catch my breath real quick. I'll put you up on the steps over here. Okay. Wow, it is. Oh, it's very dark. Over the course of me standing right here, watch the sky right here. Watch the sky. It'll slowly turn color. But yeah, it is fairly dark. The lights are not on. But the chicken is here. I should give him a name. What's his name? I'm gonna name him, for some reason I'm thinking about the name Francis. I'll name him Francis. It's my pet chicken, wakes up everybody in the morning, named Francis. Anyway, R.A.D. Reduce, automate, and delegate. So, talking about productivity and getting things done. The first one is reducing. So on my to-do list, I think it's very manageable still. But some people have a lot on their plate to do every single day, a lot. They have their hands in too many cookie jars at the same time. They've got 4 projects in the morning, 2 projects in the afternoon, and another project in the evening, where they find themselves that they're running out of time, or they're feeling very much overwhelmed with all they have to get done in a single day because they're very spread thin. All right, so sometimes reducing is a good thing, right? You free up some time on a project that you're not ultra passionate about, and so that time will be used for another project. So instead of 4 projects in a day, maybe you've got 3. Or if you've got 3, maybe you've got 2. But those 2 will be really, really solid that you can get done consistently and not feeling like a little overbeared with a lot of your things you have to get done. Now remember, a little bit of testing, a little bit of challenge is good, actually. It pushes us to get things done, but it can get to a point where there's too much you got to do. All right, so first one is reduce. Second one is automate. And automate just basically means using technology, using someone else, or using other ways to get things done. So for example, I have these YouTube videos that I make in the morning. So obviously I shoot them every single day. But the thumbnails that I make, I can make them in batches. So at the beginning of the week, instead of me shooting the video, sitting down, making a thumbnail, and it's a little bit of a process. So in the beginning of the week, I'll just make 7 thumbnails, and then I'll just throw a picture in there that I want to use as the picture from that morning's walk. or that morning's exercise. So that's a way to automate it, because I know I'm going to do something over and over and over. I do a lot of accounting, and accounting is very much every month you got to do the exact same steps. And so I figure out ways. I build formulas in Excel. I figure out ways that I can check my own work, and I make this whole process. In the beginning, it took a long time. It took, I don't know, maybe about 14, 15 hours to make this system. But every month now, I can balance the books in about an hour or two, which normally if I just did it the exact same way every single time, it would take me maybe 4 to 5 or 6 hours to get it done every single month. But because I made that system early on, then now I can do it in an hour or two every single month, which cuts down a lot of time in the long run. So if you know of a process that is it's something you do every single day, or if it's something you do over and over and over, find a way to automate it. You can use apps, for example, like when you fill in your name, sometimes Apple's, I use iPhone, I'm sure Android has the same thing, but Android and Apple, they have this feature that if you're typing out, for example, you have to type out your email, you just put the first 2 letters in there and it'll say, did you mean this email address? And you press email address instead of typing the whole thing in. Well, on my phone, I can just double tap the Z's thing, and I've set it up so that if I double tap the Z, it'll enter in my email address. So just small little things like that, You may think, okay, typing an email address ain't a big thing, but if you got to do it over and over and over and over, then finding out these little shortcuts really helps you to speed up your workflow and to really automate your processes. So that's the second one. So reduce, automate. The last one is delegate. And one other thing about automation. Bill Gates had a phrase that he liked to say. He said if he ever had to get something done, he'd find a lazy person to do it, because a lazy person will find out an easier way to get it done. It's a quote from Bill Gates, and it's very true. Optimization and efficiency sometimes really is a lazy man's trait, a productive lazy man's trait. And so even with myself, I'll find ways to get things done quicker and faster. And I'm very willing to spend the time in the beginning to figure out a way to get it done quicker in the future. And yeah, it's just something I enjoy doing that, actually. Finding these little shortcuts. They help me to speed things up. Like same messages that I send out, messages to friends and groups, and I make it look really, really nice. Like there's a heading. Sometimes it's a newsletter kind of message, so I make a heading. I bold certain things. I italics certain other words, and so when I finally send it, it looks really, really nice. It's a proper looking message to that group. But if I were to do it every single month or every single week, then it'd use a lot of my time, right? So if I'm going to build these messages, I build templates for myself, and all I have to do is change out the date, change out the month, or whatever it is, so that next time on the receiving end, they still get a good quality message, very thoroughly, very nicely written out. At the same time, I get to save time because I've already invested some time into creating that message in the beginning, which in the long run, it'll save me a lot of time. So yeah, that's another one to automate. Okay, last one is delegate. Delegation. So sometimes we think that delegation is all about, it's a rich man's luxury, right? We get to delegate other things to other people. We use our money, and we use our money to buy services from other people. We delegate to other people. But actually, we delegate all the time, right? So we don't want to cook dinner tonight, so we delegate. We go to a restaurant. We delegate to the chef of the restaurant to make our dinner for us. We delegate all the time. We don't want to drive ourselves, so we hire a taxi to take us. We delegate that job to taxi driver to drive us from point A to point B. So finding how to delegate is important, and because if you find a lot of things that you can delegate, so for example, you value your time, I don't know, at $25 an hour, and you find somebody to do a task that you don't want to do. So say it's cleaning your house, and you find somebody that's willing to do it for $15 an hour, right? So that's a good use of your money to buy back essentially your time. So we're not saying that the person who's being hired for $15, like we're buying them, or no, it's we're happy to hire them and they're happy to set their price at that monetary, and we shoot each other, and so that's we delegate that while saving, you know, $10 on that hour that we would normally have to spend cleaning, right? So there's a lot of things that we can delegate, and so finding tasks that you can do or that you can delegate out that will free up your time in order for you to be more productive on those hours instead of using it on those things that you want to get done. Hiring coaches, hiring people, personal trainers. Some people are not motivated enough to get to the gym, so they delegate the task of motivating them to get to the gym and tracking their numbers and stuff to a personal trainer. So that person will do that for them. So anyway, that's it. Sorry, it's a long video. R.A.D, R-A-D. Yep, reduce, automate, and delegate to increase your productivity. All right, man. These push-ups been sucking. Here we go. Ooh, the 30. Here we go. 10. 20. 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Oh. Woo. Oh man. Oh, those suck. Those suck bad. But it gives me a really good pump. Gets that blood flowing a lot right as I finish up my workout. So thank you again for joining me. Jesse, you're doing amazing. This is day, I don't know, 68, 69 of our video vlogs. This is also day 153 of waking up before 5 a.m. Never missed a day. Actually, you missed one day because you were sick that day. But yeah, man, good job. Awesome job. Keep it up. All right. Thanks for sticking with me. If you're still here to the end, Jesse, love you. Great job. Aloha.